Stand at this podium and speak from the heart about making things right in Rose Tree Media. But repeated appeals to basic decency and fairness haven't worked. Too often words spoken with conviction and civility draw disapproving stares or gazes everywhere but at the speaker. I hear the board's call for moving on in order to take care of other important business, but that's not possible when the school board and Mr. Wigo continue to slam the car in reverse by making mockery of due process and dismissing legitimate community concerns and questions. You can't keep closing the book on still open issues without expecting blowback. The school board's refusal to meet with the parents of a 6-year-old boy involved in September's traumatic encounter with Superintendent Wigo is but the latest example of why so many of us in the community are keeping one eye fixed on the rearview mirror and the other on the road ahead. Shutting down communications and declaring the matter closed after dithering for 6 months before making a surprise announcement just doesn't cut it. It's high time you dealt swiftly and decisively with your wayward superintendent. Mr. Wigo has manipulated and bullied parents, staff, students, and now I would add members of the school board.
If you would like to give us your personal opinion on decisions we've made, we'd like to hear that. We really need to stay on school board actionable items.
I'm giving you my personal opinion, and if I'm allowed to continue, you'll hear the rest of it.
I'm just asking you not to have any personal attacks against anyone. You can't have personal attacks against an administrator or a teacher, or that's what I'm asking.
I'll remind you that Mr. Wigo reports to the school board, but the strife, divisiveness, and outright dysfunctionalism that exists between Mr. Wigo and the school board and even some members is appalling. Board members bicker, Mr. Wigo wages war, and the community, most notably the students, pay high opportunity costs. I'm sure you recognize the problem as self-aware adults. I hope you're big enough individuals to tap whatever resources are necessary to fix it. Mr. Wigo doesn't get to set the rules for the board to follow, nor decide which members serve in leadership capacities. That's in your collective wheelhouse. This school board isn't helpless. You've only learned how to behave that way with a tyrant. So expect people to continue to speak out with humanity and a reliable moral compass. Can you commit to doing the same and start by offering more thoughtful, less robotic replies than input received will be considered? Of even more immediate concern and importance, how will you keep Mr. Wigo to his word about leaving in 2017? A problem I believe was created entirely by this board's missteps and that's been allowed to spin out of control. I urge you to schedule as many executive sessions as are necessary to get this done with deliberate speed and purpose. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up is Chris Verga from